Here's Prescott, just throws it deep as far as his arm can take him. He caught it! Micah Parsons on the move. Micah Parsons is in! Welcome to the big show, Tony Pollard. Oh, going deep, it is intercepted.
But I'm not going to say a word, but I will say one thing right now.
Prescott, touchdown. Good protection, and the pass wide open. Touchdown, Lamb.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's Space Cowboy here with another video for you guys here today. And we have some breaking news coming out of Dallas with Zack Martin threatening to hold out a training camp due to his contract. According to Adam Schefter and several other sources, Cowboys six-time All-Pro guard and team captain Zack Martin is considering not reporting to training camp due to his unhappiness with his contract and the team's lack of interest in restructuring it. Per sources, Martin believes he's woefully underpaid relative to the market, and Martin is scheduled to make about $7 million less this season than the NFL's top-paid guards. Now, this came out probably about 2 hours ago. I wanted to make sure that everything was valid before I went ahead and made this video. And we have to talk about the other guards that are ahead of him and what an extension could look like, because this completely blindsides what the Cowboys are trying to do, but they can make the money work. I want to make that clear. So before we get fully into it, if you guys can hit the like button to show support for the channel and fight against the YouTube algorithm, that'd be greatly appreciated so more can get this news. And also subscribe and hit that notification bell as well if you're new. So let's first take a look at overthecap.com to see who's ahead of him at the right guard position. So at the right guard position, Zack Martin is currently the fourth highest paid guard in the National Football League at that position group. Zack Martin is making $14 million on average, a year. When you look at Wyatt Teller ahead of him, $14.2 million. Brandon Sheriff, $16.5 million. And then Chris Lindstrom, one of the more recent contracts that were done, $20.5 million. And I'm telling you right now, Zack Martin is definitely underpaid for what he does. He's the best guard in football, and you can argue that, Quentin Nelson has a run for his money, but that's that side of the offensive line when we talk about the guard position on the right-hand side. Now, over on the left-hand side, if we were to include Zack Martin into this bunch, he would be the fifth highest paid. Ahead of him would be Joe Tunley of the Kansas City Chiefs at $16 million. Joel Benito, $16 million. We have Elgton Jenkins of the Packers, $17 million. And Quentin Nelson himself at $20 million a year. And with all this information in front of us, I do agree that he is underpaid. And I think what's happening is we don't know exactly what's going on behind the scenes and what conversations are had. The Cowboys might be looking at the age factor, and they're like, I don't know if we want to give him a full big extension. So let's take a look at his age. So right now, he is 33 years old, or set to be 33 years old this season. 2024, he is going to be 34 in that time frame, and then after that, the contract expires, right? He signed this deal a couple years ago, back in 2018. It was a 6-year, $84 million extension, and he has been playing through this extension, getting pretty well paid, to say the least. But the thing is that next year, well, this year he's an $11 million cap hit. Next year, it's a $23 million cap hit because they've touched his contract so many times. And I think if Zack Martin is looking to get a last big payday, it's going to be here. And odds are it might be like a 3 to 4 year extension that will take him until age 38. And the Cowboys might be in a negotiation period with his representation saying, hey, we don't know how much longer he's going to be playing at this level, and we don't know how the money's going to work out towards the tail end of his career. Now, if you know me, I'm very pro player getting their money, so I don't really give a shit. Give him what he wants. But the reason this throws a wrench in everything is because, as I said in my previous video talking about the massive contracts that the Dallas Cowboys have to dish out, they have to seriously keep an eye out on how this whole thing goes down. If they give him a contract extension, and we're going to have to do a separate video on Trevon Diggs because there's rumblings on what's going on over there, this could really hurt the Cowboys moving forward. Again, I understand that many of us want to look at this situation and say to ourselves, oh, you know what, it's whatever, you know what, just pay it. But the thing is like I said in that video, the Cowboys need to tread lightly, because if they misstep once, this could throw off the entire balance of who wants to get paid, who thinks they should get paid, and it can mess with people's money. Because if the Cowboys do elect to give him, let's just say like a $21 million a year contract, let's just say that's what he's looking for, to be the highest paid guard in football, that's going to impact Diggs' money, that's going to impact Lamb's money. But the thing is the Cowboys can work out the money like a certain way to backload it and all this other stuff. That's what I'm saying. The money can work, but this is where if he gets paid, it can affect a guy like Terrence Steele, maybe, depending on what's going on over there, because there's a rumor he might sign like a team-friendly deal. It could affect Tyler Biadasz most definitely, depending on what you're looking to pay him. And I get it, he wants to get the last big payday. I'm not getting on him for that, but when we're looking at a team construction perspective, after this year, this contract could really impact things. And by the way, like we're seeing with Tyron Smith, right? Like we thought Tyron would be fine for a decade. We don't know what's going to happen with Zack Martin, and that's a fair question. I think he'll be just fine until said otherwise, but that is a legitimate question that we need to have at the back of our heads. And that's probably what the Cowboys are thinking. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm against Zack Martin, but we have to think about it from both sides. Zack Martin deserves to get paid as the highest paid guard in the National Football League, without a doubt. He has been underpaid ever since he signed that extension back in 2018. Now, as for moving forward, we don't know how this thing's going to play out. So, with that, I'm going to leave you guys with that. Tell me down below what you think. Do you think the Cowboys will pay him? Do you think that Zack Martin's underpaid? What do you think the Cowboys will do at the end of the day to help him out? Or maybe they just don't pay him, but I don't think the Cowboys would do that. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Goodbye.